In a small, forgotten village, where dust settled on everything, and poverty was a familiar shadow, lived a boy named George. He had little to his name, just worn-out clothes and feet that knew the earth well, for he had no shoes. But inside this boy, a dream burned with a quiet, fierce light. It was a dream that woke him before the sun and walked with him on the long, winding road to school. Every morning, his journey was a testament to his will. Miles stretched before him, and hunger was a constant companion gnawing at his belly. Yet, with each step, hope pulsed through him, a silent rhythm against the weariness. He was not just walking to school. He was walking toward a future he could barely see, but one he believed in with all his heart. His dream was simple, born from love. He wanted to build a solar lamp. He imagined its light filling their small hut, chasing away the shadows so his mother wouldn't have to strain her eyes working in the dim, flickering candlelight. This vision pushed him forward, turning him into a scavenger of forgotten things. He combed through trash heaps, his eyes searching for treasures others saw as junk. Broken radios, bent wires, and dead batteries, these were the building blocks of his great ambition. He truly believed he could turn these scraps into a beacon of light. With a collection of discarded parts, George began his work. His first attempt was a disaster. He connected a wire, a spark flew, and the old wooden table was scorched, a dark mark of his failure. His mother sighed, but said nothing. He cleaned up the mess and started again. His second attempt was less dramatic, but just as disappointing. He assembled the lamp, placed it under the sun, and waited. Hours passed, but the battery refused to charge. The bulb remained dark, a cold, empty eye staring back at him. Doubt began to creep in, a cold whisper in the back of his mind. Then came the school's annual science fair. This was his chance to show everyone what he could do. He spent days and nights working on his third lamp, refining the design, testing each connection. On the morning of the fair, as he carefully picked it up, it slipped from his tired hands and shattered on the floor. It was broken. His heart broke with it. At school, the other children pointed and laughed. "Look at the garbage boy," they mocked. He thought he could make light from trash. "You'll never succeed." Their words were like stones, each one hitting a tender part of his spirit. The pain was sharp, but instead of crushing him, it fueled a fire within him. Their ridicule became his resolve. That night, surrounded by the warm glow of a single candle, George didn't wallow in his failure. He pulled out old, wrinkled newspapers he had saved, reading stories of great inventors. He learned about people who had faced countless setbacks, men and women who had changed the world, not with genius alone, but with relentless persistence. They had failed. Who's like him? But they had never ever given up. Their stories became his own. The next day, he sought out the old electrician who lived at the edge of the village. With a notebook full of questions, George explained his failed attempts, his voice filled with a desperate hunger to understand what he was doing wrong. The old man listened patiently, looking past the boy's dusty clothes and into his eyes. He saw the fire there, the unwavering flame of a dream that refused to be extinguished. Putting a hand on George's shoulder, the electrician said, "The world is full of people who start things. It is empty of those who finish. If you truly want to help your mother, then you don't stop. You never stop." Those words were the fuel George needed. They were a simple command, a powerful permission to keep going. So, George kept working. He worked through the pangs of hunger, through sleepless nights where his eyelids felt heavy as lead. He worked through the heavy weight of disappointment, holding on to a dream that was so much bigger than his small, tired body. He learned to be patient, to be precise, and to listen to the quiet hum of electricity. One day, news spread through the school like wildfire. A wealthy merchant was coming to the village. He was looking for young, innovative minds, searching for inventors to support through a special program. The students buzzed with excitement, polishing their projects, rehearsing their speeches. George stayed quiet in the corner, his latest lamp hidden in his bag. It felt small and insignificant compared to the others, but his friend nudged him gently. "George," he whispered, "this could be it. This might be your moment." That night, a new determination surged through him. He took out his lamp one more time. He rewired the old parts, carefully soldering the connections. He fixed the battery housing, securing it tightly. He checked everything, his breath held in a silent prayer. And then, he tested it. A soft glow appeared, then grew brighter. He watched, his heart pounding in his chest as the lamp stayed lit. 1 hour passed, then 2, then 4. It wasn't just a flicker of hope anymore. It was a steady, brilliant light. It worked. It finally worked. The next day at the science fair, with hands that trembled slightly, he carried his creation to the front of the room. He stood before the judges and the wealthy merchant, his heart a drum against his ribs. When it was his turn, he took a deep breath and switched on the lamp. The room, once lit by the harsh fluorescent lights of the school, was suddenly filled with a warm, gentle glow. It was a light that felt like home. Silence fell as everyone stared at the strange device, built from what was clearly trash, now illuminating the space with impossible beauty. The merchant walked over, his face a mixture of surprise and intrigue. He examined the lamp closely, tracing the path of the wires with his finger. "Young man," he said, his voice full of curiosity, "where on earth did you find the materials for this?" George looked up, his voice soft but clear, and answered with humble honesty, "From the garbage." "Sir." A wide smile spread across the merchant's face. He turned to the other judges and declared, This is the genius we are looking for." George won the grand prize. The local newspaper ran a story with the headline, "A poor boy who brought light to his village." But that was just the beginning. The merchant's company awarded him a full scholarship. Soon, with their support, George's simple solar lamp design was being produced and distributed. One by one, the homes in his village lit up. Mothers could now cook and sew at night without straining their eyes. Children gathered around the warm glow, studying and reading, their futures suddenly brighter. And George, he never stopped. He kept building, kept learning, and kept dreaming, his spirit forever ignited by that first successful light. This story is a powerful reminder. The winners in life are not the ones who never fall. They are the ones who get back up every single time. They are the ones who, in their darkest moments, find the strength to try again. No matter how many times life knocks you down, no matter how many voices tell you that you can't, if you can find it within you to whisper to yourself, "I will not give up," your moment will come. One day, someone will look at your work, at your resilience, at the light you have created from the scraps of your failures, and they will say, "This is what we are looking for." So keep going and keep learning, and above all, keep that dream alive. Thanks for watching.